Sheikh Shahjahan, who has been arrested. He was arrested from North 24 Parganas a little after midnight. The Trinamool Congress leader, the main accused in the Sandeshkhali case, has finally been arrested after being on the run for 55 days. To remember, the leader and his associates have been accused of sexual atrocities on women and land grabbing in the area of Sandeshkhali of West Bengal. Sheikh Shahjahan was arrested little after midnight in North 24 Parganas district by a special Bengal police team. This is after he was on the run from the 5th of January. Do remember, the team of the Enforcement Directorate had gone to Sandeshkhali in order to conduct a search on his premises, and that is when a mob of 1,000 people had turned violent in the area. Since then, there have been many protests. The team had been monitoring the leader's activities now for a few days, and that led to the arrest of the strongman who had been absconding for over a month. Now, Sandeshkhali in West Bengal's North 24 Parganas district has been witnessing, like we mentioned, widespread protests, and this is with allegations against the strongman. Do remember, the BJP had been accusing the government of West Bengal, that's Mamata Banerjee's government, of shielding the strongman.
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की लगातार आंदोलन की वजह से ये सरकार बाध्य हुई शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए। पहले से तो ये सरकार डिनायल मोड में था, एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं कर रहा था कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ है। तो हमने पहले से ही बोला था, मैंने पहले से ही बोला था कि सरकार को बाध्य करेंगे, घुटने पे ले आएंगे कि शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए ये बाध्य हो जाएगी। आज हमारी आंदोलन की वजह से, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के आंदोलन की वजह से और संदेशखाली की माता बहनों की आंदोलन की वजह से सरकार बाध्य हुई है, ममता बनर्जी बाध्य हुई है शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए।
We have Vasudha joining us. Vasudha, finally, after 55 days, the strongman has finally been arrested. What led to his arrest? I mean, we know that, the ED, the CBI, all were given authorities to arrest the man. It's finally the Bengal police that have managed to nab the accused.
That's right, Divya. Multiple commissions have visited Sandeshkhali in the last 1 month, and it actually, today is, 29th of February, and it's almost a month since Sandeshkhali came to, forefront, and that was with regard to the disappearance of Sheikh Shahjahan, when an ED team went to interrogate him, and in turn his supporters and locals there actually ended up assaulting the ED team. Since then, locals in Sandeshkhali have been protesting, alleging that there have been years of sexual abuse and also lots of land grabbing by Sheikh Shahjahan and his associates. And TMC in the beginning was aggressive about it. It said that it's RSS and BJP trying to sort of create conspiracies and create controversies when none exist. But remember, this is North 24 Parganas, a part of South Bengal where the TMC is very strong, and TMC has had a tradition of having strong men to field their fiefdoms, be it Anubrata Mondal in Birbhum or Shaukat Mullah in Canning, or for that matter Sheikh Shahjahan in Sandeshkhali. So, over the last few days, we saw multiple commissions go there. BJP raised it a lot, but it was the court that came down very heavily on the TMC state government. Mamata Banerjee made an assurance as the chief minister there will be no injustice, to anyone. So clearly, TMC also said that in the next 7 days, Sheikh Shahjahan will be arrested. While they said that, it is the court order that had basically tied the cops' hands and all that, it was seen as a cop-out, and the court actually came out and clarified that there was no order of that kind, and the stay was just on the formation of an SIT and not on the arrest. And that really paved the way for Sheikh Shahjahan's arrest. What I hear from my sources is that West Bengal government was tailing him for the last few days to ensure that he's arrested. He got arrested in the early hours of today. He's going to be produced in the court today, while the TMC government will see this as, the possible end to this whole thing. It is only the beginning of it, because remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be in West Bengal tomorrow. He's also going to be there on the 3rd, and he's also going to be there on the 6th. Arambagh, Barasat are some of the places that he could be visiting. He could be speaking exclusively to women. This is his big outreach to the state of West Bengal, a state where the party won 18 unexpected seats in 2019. It was a setback to TMC. So in that political context, this arrest happening will also give a lot of political momentum to this issue, to both TMC and to the BJP, with the BJP actually putting TMC in the dock yet again, talking about high-handedness, talking about the use of mafia in politics, and also law and order, and the TMC making it very clear that it delivers on its promises and it does not compromise, and it is not really shielding any criminal.
That's right, Vasudha. We also have Ratnadeep joining us. Ratnadeep, interestingly, the arrest comes 3 days after the Calcutta High Court pulled up the state police for a delay in taking action against the leader and stated that he should be arrested. And like Vasudha was pointing out, this comes just, a day before the Prime Minister will be in the state of West Bengal.
That's right. The timing is very significant, given the fact, as you have rightly pointed out, that the Calcutta High Court not only pulled up West Bengal police, but also made it clear that not only Calcutta police, but any other agency can arrest him. So therefore, the dock was getting ready perhaps for his arrest. In fact, West Bengal police had formed a special team which was looking out for him. And if you look into the chronology of events that have taken place ever since Shahjahan Sheikh had absconded on the 5th of January, when remember there was the ED team along with Central Forces who have gone to his residence for a raid, and they were attacked upon. Ever since then, Shahjahan Sheikh and the Sandeshkhali aftermath of that incident of attack on ED had become a political flashpoint between the ruling TMC and the BJP, and even the Congress and CPM had criticized him. And therefore, if you look at it in that way, there were some of his close aides like Shibu Hajra and others who were arrested first. So there was this preparation perhaps which was on to arrest him. Now that he has been arrested, what we are hearing is that he has been taken to the Boshirat Court lockup, where probably after at noon he would be, he would be presented in front of the court, in front of the magistrate. In fact, a massive security cover is being put around the Boshirat Court in North 24 Parganas. In fact, he has been arrested from Minakha in North 24 Parganas. What is important, perhaps, is the timing. Look, from tomorrow onwards, there are a series of visits of Prime Minister Modi, a series of meetings of Prime Minister Modi lined up in West Bengal, and it would be the beginning of Prime Ministers or the BJP's reach out to the voters of West Bengal for the 2024 elections, where they have won 18 seats. And therefore, perhaps ahead of Prime Minister's visit, this arrest is very significant, and that too by the West Bengal police, because with this, perhaps BJP can, rather the Trinamool Congress can counter the BJP and other opposition parties, allegation that the ruling TMC is trying to shield Shahjahan Sheikh. He has got some serious cases against him. So there are serious allegations. So women have brought allegations of sexual harassment. You have land grabbing allegation. You have extortion allegations. So therefore, if you put together everything in context, then perhaps the most significant part of this arrest is the timing when this has come. And it seems that now that he's under the custody of the West Bengal police, you have separate ED cases against him. We'll have to wait and watch if ED also seeks his custody. So therefore, it will be a long, legal battle as well for Shahjahan Sheikh. Whether Trinamool Congress kind of distances from Shahjahan Sheikh or not is something to be watched out for, given the fact that he is seen as a Trinamool strongman. He is a key leader, and he is seen as somebody who has help the party in terms of its rise in that area. So therefore, this is going to be a very important turn of events now, and where the politics around Shahjahan Sheikh, around Sandeshkhali goes from here will be something interesting, given the fact the Prime Minister is starting his visit to Bengal tomorrow. He has a public rally. Whether Prime Minister hits out on this issue is something to be watched for. And for Trinamool Congress, perhaps now they will get back to people with the message that, look, we have arrested somebody of our own against whom there is allegation. So therefore, for both the ruling party and the opposition, this arrest of Shahjahan Sheikh would be the new flashpoint on which the politics would turn around ahead of the 2024 general elections, more precisely for Bengal, where the Trinamool Congress and the BJP is eyeing those 42 seats. which are important, and therefore their focus has been on Bengal, and therefore Sandeshkhali for the past 1 month has been in national headlines.
Right, the state government officials stating that they've received at least 1,250 complaints, including 400 related to land issues. So many allegations against the strongman. He will be produced in court this afternoon. But let's just listen in to how the TMC is reacting. Let's listen in to Shantanu Singh.
शेख शाहजहां की आज की अरेस्ट के बाद ये सबूत होता है कि तृणमूल कांग्रेस सरकार इनको राजधर्म पालन करना आता है। जिस तरीके से ये जीरो टॉलरेंस टू करप्शन से मुंह पे नहीं बोलता है, काम में करके भी दिखाती है। पार्थो चटर्जी से लेकर ज्योतिप्रिय मल्लिक तक हमारा जो मिनिस्टर था, और संदेशखाली इशू में उत्तम सरदार शिबू हाजरा से लेकर शेख शाहजहां तक हमारा चीफ मिनिस्टर बहुत पहले कह चुकी है कि जो आम आदमी के खिलाफ कुछ करेगा उसको कोई रिहा नहीं किया जाएगा। और हमारा नेशनल जनरल सेक्रेटरी 3 दिन पहले ये कहा था कि अगर कोर्ट का स्टे ऑर्डर नहीं रहता तो शाहजहां को बहुत पहले अरेस्ट कर लिया होता। और उसके बाद नेक्स्ट डे जब कोर्ट स्टे ऑर्डर को रिमूव कर दिया, हमारा नेशनल जनरल सेक्रेटरी बोला था 7 दिन के अंदर शेख शाहजहां अरेस्ट हो जाएगा। अब देखिए 7 दिन नहीं, 3 से 4 दिन के अंदर शेख शाहजहां को अरेस्ट कर दिया गया। और ये पुलिस ने सबूत किया है कि ये कटिंग अक्रॉस द पार्टी लाइन ये इंडिपेंडेंटली और कॉम्पिटेंटली काम करता है। और बीजेपी रूल स्टेट में अब जाके देखिए, वहाँ पर अगर कोई एक्यूज्ड है, वो बीजेपी का लीडर है, वो सर का ताज बन के बीजेपी के साथ घूमता है। ये सबूत होता है तृणमूल कांग्रेस कितना कॉम्पिटेंटली, कितना प्रोएक्टिवली, कितना प्रो पीपल वे में काम करता है।
So the 53-year-old Trinamool strongman has been picked up from the Meena Khan area in North 24 Parganas. He will be produced in court today. Do remember the arrest comes 3 days after the Calcutta High Court pulled up the state police for a delay in taking action against the Trinamool leader. He has finally been arrested after being on the run for 55 days. Moving on to more news now, and in signs of a thaw as far as the infighting riddled Himachal Pradesh unit of the Congress is concerned, the State Minister Vikramaditya Singh has taken back his resignation hours after tendering that resignation. This comes as the Congress observers D.K. Shivkumar and Bhupendra Hooda were holding meetings with the Congress leaders in Shimla. Remember, Vikramaditya had accused Sukhwinder Sukhu of negligence towards MLAs and disrespecting his late father and former Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh. This amid a massive political turmoil in the state where Congress lost the Rajya Sabha elections after 6 party MLAs cross-voted.
देखिए, there is a difference between taking back the resignation and there is a difference between not pressing for your resignation till the time the dialogue and the action of the observers is not complete. तो मैंने ये कहा है क्योंकि हमने वार्तालाप हमने ऑब्जर्वर्स के साथ करी है और ऑब्जर्वर्स के साथ जो वर्तमान परिस्थितियां बनी हुई है उसके बारे में उनको जानकारी दी है। इसलिए जब तक इसका निर्णय नहीं लिया जाता तब तक मैं अपनी रेजिग्नेशन को प्रेस नहीं करूंगा और फाइनल आउटकम जो है वो आने वाले समय में लिया जाएगा।
Right, so this comes just at the time, in fact, when we talk about, 6 Congress MLAs who had cross-voted in favour of the BJP candidate in the Rajya Sabha elections on Tuesday, leading to the party suffering a stunning defeat. This is when the son of, Himachal Pradesh Minister Veerbhadra Singh hit the pause button. So this is... of course, pointing out that there's been a difference between taking back his resignation and deciding not to press for it being accepted. So, amid a possible threat to the survival of the Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu government, Mr. Singh had announced his resignation as the Public Works Minister on Wednesday morning, but the minister had accused Mr. Sukhu of negligence towards MLAs and disrespecting his late father and former Chief Minister of the state, Veerbhadra Singh. So we have my colleague Neeta joining us on the phone line to get us more details. Neeta, just hours after turning in that resignation, there seems to be a U-turn after that major Congress leaders meeting that took place.
Absolutely. Although he has clarified that he is not pressing it for the resignation as of now because he has informed the High Command, the observers who are here in Shimla, that he won't be taking up the humiliation that he has to suffer here. He also made a point that he wanted some piece of land because he wanted to establish the statue of his of his late father, but that was also denied to him. The Congress government was not working in tandem; they were working against each other. So these are the points he made the High Command aware. His mother was also there, though she did not speak to the media after interacting with the observers team. Then late at night, the Deputy Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, Mukesh Agnihotri, was also here. He is the front runner as far, even if the Congress wants to replace the sitting chief minister. People say that he's the front runner for the chief minister's post. He had a long meeting. The chief minister himself was there. He also met the observers after coming out from that meeting. He stated that his government would be lasting the entire term, and he also had approached Vikramaditya Singh, saying that he is like his younger brother. So obviously, Congress is trying to portray a brave front as far as the fiasco, what happened on when Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi lost his Rajya Sabha election. But right now, their focus is to save the government. They have also moved in swiftly, and they are taking legal action against those 6 defectors who had voted against the party. Divya?
Right. Thank you so much, Anita, for getting us all those details at U-turn after the Congress observers meet with a major twist that's taken place in the Congress's Himachal Pradesh deal. We'll keep getting you more details on this. For now, we're slipping into a short break.
Brought to you.
Well, guys, to begin with, I have this, and this is Honor's latest X9B. This has just launched in the market, latest smartphone from Honor. Honor, if you know, it is a brand जो एक time पे India में था. Then Honor went back, and now Honor has came back again. Honor का पहला phone आया था, the Honor 90, and this is their second smartphone now, the X9B. What I have is this black color, comes in this matte finish. इसका एक और variant भी आता है in a very bright orange color. Honor likes to call it the sunrise orange. और ये जो phone है, at first glance looks like a standard, typical smartphone. And जो features है, let's have a closer look कि आखिर इसके अंदर pack क्या Honor है, and then I'm going to tell you some crazy, thing जो इस phone में pack किया है. Which makes this phone really unique and really strong as well.
The circular camera housing on the back also catches the eye, and it has been made to look like a luxury watch. This isn't new, but new and unique enough to stand out. Phone 6.78 inch के AMOLED display के साथ आता है with a resolution of 1200 by 2652 pixels. इस screen का physical standout feature है इसका ultra bounce anti-drop display 360 degree anti-drop protection. ऑनर ने एक नया कुशनिंग मटेरियल डिजाइन किया है जिसमें माइक्रो साइज पोर्स हैं जो ड्रॉप इंपैक्ट के अप टू 1.2 टाइम्स का इंपैक्ट एब्जॉर्ब कर लेते हैं. एड मल्टीपल रीइंफोर्समेंट्स फॉर द स्क्रीन, फ्रेम एंड इंटरनल कंपोनेंट्स एंड यू गेट एन इंडस्ट्री फर्स्ट 5-star overall drop resistance certification from SGS Switzerland. फोन को पावर करता है Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 चिपसेट जो 4 नैनोमीटर प्रोसेस से बना है एंड गेमिंग के लिए ट्यून्ड है. Thus, it also offers multitasking capabilities because ये चिपसेट पेयर्ड है with 8 GB of RAM एंड आपको 256 GB की स्टोरेज भी मिलती है. ये तीनों मिलके Magic OS 7.2 जो इस फोन का ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है उसे स्मूथ एंड स्विफ्ट रखते हैं. एंड अगर आप RAM टर्बो एनेबल करते हैं 8 GB of RAM और मिल जाती है. Let's come to cameras. 108 मेगापिक्सल्स का मेन सेंसर अच्छी लाइटिंग कंडीशंस में डिटेल्ड फोटोज कैप्चर करता है. 5 मेगापिक्सल्स का अल्ट्रा वाइड एंगल कैमरा इज अ गुड एडिशन. 2 मेगापिक्सल्स का मैक्रो कैमरा सब्जेक्ट्स के काफी क्लोज चला जाता है, सो यू कैन बी क्रिएटिव विद इट. फोन का लास्ट बट ऑनेस्टली वेरी मच ए टॉप 3 फीचर है 5800 mAh की बैटरी, while the phone continues to be only 7.98 mm thin and इसका वेट है 185 grams. ऑनर ने बैटरी की थोड़ी बैकिंग भी ली है बाय क्लेमिंग कि इवन आफ्टर 1000 चार्ज साइकिल्स यानी कि अप्रोक्सीमेटली 3 years ऑफ रेगुलर यूसेज बैटरी की हेल्थ 80% के ऊपर ही रहेगी.
Okay, features aside, I mean 5000 mAh battery, Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, curved AMOLED screen, ये सब बातें तो ठीक हैं, but this phone packs airbag technology. Yes, airbag technology, because यहाँ पे the screen, the way it's developed, इट हैज मल्टीपल लेयर्स टू इट. प्रोटेक्शन के लिए ग्लास तो लगाया ही है, बट अगेन द वे द स्क्रीन एंड द फोन्स बॉडी आर काइंड ऑफ मीटिंग ईच अदर, यहाँ पे इट क्रिएट्स सम यूनिक थिंग जो इस फोन को बहुत ज्यादा मजबूत बनाता है. ऑनर कॉल्स इट द अल्ट्रा बाउंस डिस्प्ले. एंड आप इस फोन को मतलब गिराएंगे या ये फोन खुद से गिर जाएगा या आप इसको फेंक देंगे. पीपल हैव डन क्रेजी टेस्टिंग, इनफैक्ट आई हैव डन सम क्रेजी टेस्टिंग जहां पे ये फोन टूटता नहीं है. एंड दिस इज द सेम यूनिट जो मैंने अभी तक चेंज नहीं किया है. आफ्टर बीइंग थ्रोन मेरे ख्याल से 15, 20, 25 बार, दिस फोन इज एग्जैक्टली सेम एज ब्रांड न्यू. सो ये इस फोन का एक बहुत ही यूनिक फीचर है, बिकॉज in India, the way our daily lives are, हम इतने ज्यादा भागदौड़ में रहते हैं. समटाइम्स हमारे फोन हाथ से गिर जाता है, हम जल्दबाजी में होते हैं, फोन हाथ से फिसल जाता है, कई बार गुस्से में फोन फेंकने का मन करता है. एंड
Welcome back. Now the deadline for displaying the Kannada signboard ends with the municipal body had issued over 56,000 notices. Over 30,000 haven't adhered to the rules. So the deadline for changing signboards in Bengaluru to ensure Kannada English is in 60 to 40% ratio ended yesterday. The BBMP has ordered that name boards at the commercial establishments under its jurisdiction should have 60% in their language, that's Kannada, from today. Starting today, the BBM will take strict action against shops that have not complied with the directives, with establishments running the risk of suspension of trade licenses. The order, mandated in December, required all commercial establishments in the city to allocate 60% of the space on their signboard to the language in Kannada. Yeah, my colleague Pratibha joining us. Pratibha, I mean, we did see a lot of protests at the time when, before this was passed by the civic body as an order. So, the deadline's over and from today action can be taken. Are you seeing a change as far as signboards are concerned? Have you seen that lately? With that deadline, that's of course that deadline was till yesterday. From today, now we can expect some sort of action to be taken.
Well, in fact, as far as the Bengaluru civic body is concerned, yes, they did implement a 2018 order and the deadline was Feb 28. Now that the deadline has crossed, much before this, we did speak with the BBMP commissioner, the Bengaluru civic bodies commissioner, who said that we have to submit a report and accordingly action will be taken. Whether it will happen right today or whether it will happen in the days to come is still a matter that is left to the Bengaluru civic body to decide. But in the meantime, let me actually give you a picture of what is really happening on ground. When this order was issued late last year by the Bengaluru civic body with the deadline that was also mentioned there, we did visit this very area, and this is the Chickpet area that I would like to show you. And at that time, the way the signboards were, it is still the same. Nobody has changed any of the signboards. For instance, the one that you see right over there, the one that says orbit over there, has more than around 90% in English and a meager fraction of it in Kannada. And similarly with the board next to that as well, the Kachina board that you see has again 90% in English, and some of them are having a very lackadaisical attitude in terms of changing the signboards, and some others say that it is very difficult to change the signboards because the orders are so much that most of the people who indulge in changing these signboards are swamped with a whole lot of orders, and that most of these people or shops and establishments have demanded an extension of this deadline. But to find out why there is so much of a delay in changing the signboards, I have with me one such person who's been living in this very area for 12-13 years. आपके राय में क्यों ये साइन बोर्ड चेंज नहीं हो रहा है? क्यों ये साइन बोर्ड चेंज नहीं हो रहा है?
कन्नड़ा बोर्ड ಯಾಕೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು?
आपकी राय क्या है ये साइन बोर्ड के ऊपर?
बहुत बार लोग ज़्यादा है ना, कन्नड़ को इधर प्रामुख्यता नहीं दिया, इसलिए गवर्नमेंट ऐसा कर दिया.
बहुत सारे लोग कह रहे हैं कि साइन बोर्ड चेंज करने में दिक्कत हो रही है क्योंकि इतने सारे ऑर्डर्स हैं. आपको भी ये लगता है?
ಏನಂತೆ?
ಅವರು ಬೋರ್ಡು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋರಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾವ್ರೆ.
आपने कहा कि 3 साल से ऊपर हो गया है ना.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
इधर प्रामुख्यता नहीं दिया वो लोग, इधर भाषा को रेस्पेक्ट नहीं दिया, इसलिए वो चेंज नहीं किया.
He says that they haven't really respected the language and they have remained extremely careless in terms of changing the signboards or even taking the initiative, and these are some of the statements that we are getting. But on the other hand, some of them say that they're swamped with orders and it takes a lot of time and they need to extend it at least by another 3 months. Back to you.
Right. Thank you so much, Pratibha, for joining us. So, of course, our deadline's up and the BBMP can take action now. And that is what is expected if the signboards in Bengaluru are not in Kannada. It has to be a ratio of 60 to 40%. So 60% of the signboards need to be in the Kannada language. Thank you, Pratibha. We will keep coming back to you for more on that. But the countdown to the biggest festival in the world's largest democracy has started and everyone is prepping for the 2024 national elections. India's future is its youth, and to support that goal, NDTV is launching NDTV 18Ka Vote campaign to make sure that the youth are aware of their need to vote. Our aim is to encourage voters aged 18 in order to show their strength in the 18th Lok Sabha polls. You can send us your videos as well as your messages on hashtag 18Ka Vote. We'll showcase them here for you on NDTV 24/7.
Back to auto content on NDTV. I know you guys have waited patiently for this content on the channel, and finally we are back, and I suggest you fasten your seatbelt because we will be bringing a lot of interesting content for you. And what I have today is also a path breaker in its own right. The success of CNG vehicles has taken the auto world by surprise. But what Tata Motors have done is definitely a leg up, and that's because they have given not just the CNG but also an automatic. Today we are going to drive this and tell you how does this AMT perform. Does this give you the jerks that are so annoying in AMTs? But first, let me give you the basic facts about this Tiago CNG AMT. Tata Motors is offering AMT with CNG in Tiago, Tigor Compact Sedan and Tiago NRG. The CNG Tiago gets 1.2-litre 3-cylinder Revertron engine which produces 73.4 HP in CNG mode and 86 HP in petrol mode. In the CNG mode, torque produced is a tad bit lower too, at 95 Nm, while in petrol it stands at 113 Nm. It has a fuel capacity of 35 litres for petrol and 60-litre water volume for CNG. The car looks identical to its petrol counterpart, and you won't be able to notice any difference between the two. And to be honest, Tiago is a smart-looking small hatchback. The only difference is the iCNG badge at the back and the wheels. These are not alloys, but have been stylized to look like one. Though the big change compared to petrol is obviously in the boot where the CNG cylinders sit. You can see there's a decent amount of space. You can keep one small bag and maybe a duffel bag after that. But the company recommends that you don't put anything, any luggage on this area. In order to access the two cylinders, you have to open this flap. But this flap doesn't open unless and until you fold the second one a little bit. Okay. Now you can see the two cylinders, and now you're wondering where's the spare wheel? Well, the spare wheel is under the car, and there's a bolt here that you need to unbolt if you want to take the spare wheel out. Tiago CNG gets features at par with its petrol counterpart. The only significant feature missing in CNG AMT is cruise control. Safety features list comprises of 2 airbags, ABS with EBD, corner stability control, leak detection where the car switches to petrol mode on detecting any leakage, a fire extinguisher under the co-driver's seat and a micro switch to keep the car off at the time of refueling. Now let's see how it drives. Now on to how the AMT performs. Well, when you're on the slower speeds, when the car is picking up from first to second gear, you do feel the gear shift. It is soft, it is not inconvenient, and it is not the head nod that you will get, but you will get to feel the first to second and second to third. But once you pick up speed, you will barely feel those gear shifts. There is the infamous judder, especially when you slow down suddenly from high speed. The gear downshift is not as prompt as it should be. One interesting fact about Tiago CNG is that it does start on CNG itself. So it's not that it will start on petrol and then go on CNG. It starts on CNG, stays on CNG. And with a push of a button, you can switch between petrol and CNG, which is seamless, and you do not feel any substantial difference between the two modes. Tata Tiago CNG AMT's prices start from Rs 7.9 lakhs and go up to Rs 8.8 lakhs ex-showroom, which is roughly 50,000 more than the similar manual CNG variant. For an AMT, gear changes are smooth. However, the transmission is not perfect as highlighted earlier. But the combination of automatic and CNG offers convenience and savings on fuel cost.
Welcome back. Now, in a stalemate over the farmer's autopsy ends in Punjab. The Bathinda farmer's autopsy conducted after the cops registered a murder case. Shubh Karan, 21, was killed and 12 security personnel were injured in clashes in Kanori on the Punjab-Haryana border on the 21st of February. A 0 FIR has been registered at the police station of Patiala. We have my colleague Ghazali joining us. Ghazali, take us through the details you have for us. Ghazali, what details
yesterday,
you have?
Yeah, so the deadlock between the district administration in Patiala and the farmers seems to have ended yesterday when the autopsy was conducted by the doctors there in Rajendra Hospital in Patiala. And the deadlock ended after the district administration also registered an FIR under section 302 against unidentified person. And the reason for death in the FIR was mentioned that it was a matter of investigation, but it appears as if he has died with a bullet or pellet bullet. So that reason has been shown that it is a matter of investigation, that what could be the actual reason of death. But as per the demand by the farmers, the state government agreed for an FIR. This FIR has been registered now, and in the entire FIR, the location of the incident or his death has been shown in the Jind district, that's in Haryana. That was the claim of the farmers, that Haryana police got into, the claim of the farmers was that Haryana police entered into Punjab's territory and killed Shubh Karan Singh, the farmer, 21-year-old farmer from Bathinda. But in the FIR, the occurrence, the place of occurrence has been shown in the Jind district. So that perhaps contests the claims by the farmers. But largely, the entire stalemate over registration of FIR has ended as the state government agreed to register an FIR, and now the autopsy was also done yesterday, and now his dead body will be brought to the Kanori border, from where he was brought to the hospital and declared dead. And at around 3 p.m. in his native village in Bathinda, Shubh Karan Singh will be cremated.
Right, Ghazali, thank you so much for getting us all those details. Moving on to Noida now, and the police and the SWAT team there, which have been investigating the disappearance of a BBA student of a renowned university of Greater Noida, made a sensational revelation, saying that during the investigation, a friend of the missing student was arrested who told the police that he had helped him along with other colleagues. Together, they murdered the student and buried the body in a forest field. Now, the police say that they have recovered the body and set it for a post-mortem. And information police have arrested 3 accused involved in the murder after the encounter. One accused is still absconding, who the police are on the lookout for. Moving on to Rajasthan now, and people with more than 2 children will not be eligible for government jobs in the state. This 1989 law of the state has now got the Supreme Court seal of approval. The rule is non-discriminatory, and the judges said that hearing a petition challenging it. So, of course, major ruling there coming out as far as the state of Rajasthan is concerned. Switching tracks to Jharkhand, and tragic news coming out of Jharkhand. At least 2 people have died as a train ran over the passengers who were trying to escape a fire on board an express train at the railway station in Jharkhand's Jamtara. The Eastern Railways have formed a 3-member team to probe this incident. The passengers travelling on that express train from Bhagalpur to Bengaluru got off the train as rumours of a fire on board spread panic as they tried to run across the tracks to escape the alleged fire. Another train running on the route ran them over.
दिखाई पड़ रहा है 2 से 3 तक अभी बॉडी देख पाए हैं और बॉडी अभी दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहा, लाइट कम रहने के चलते। घायल कितने हैं? घायल कितने ये तो और नहीं बता सकते। ट्रेन का टाइम बता सकते? ट्रेन का टाइम 6:40-50 के बीच में ही घटना हुआ ये। नहीं, हम बाइक से अपना जामतरा से आ रहे थे, ट्रेन जैसे रुकी देखे थोड़ा सा हो हल्ला हो रहा था तो हम ब्रेक करके हमने पब्लिक को हेल्प करने के लिए दौड़ा। लगभग कितना आदमी ट्रेन से उतरा होगा? ट्रेन यहाँ वो उतरा होगा कम से कम 200-300 आदमी लड़का उतरा हुआ था, बैग लेके, कोई ट्रॉली लेके, कोई बच्चा लेके, कोई बीबी लेके, सब मजदूर आदमी थे जो बिहार जा रहे थे।
अभी तक 2 बॉडी रिकवर हुई है और साथ में हम लोग हेल्पलाइन नंबर जारी करने का भी रिक्वेस्ट किए हुए हैं रेलवे से, और जल्दी जारी होते ही हम लोग भी प्रशासनिक जिला प्रशासन स्तर पे भी उसको हम लोग टेलीकास्ट कर देंगे, सो दैट कि जिनके भी परिजन हैं उसके बारे में जो जानकारी लेना चाहते हैं ले पाएंगे। घायल कितने लोग हैं सर? घायल की सूचना नहीं, इसी के लिए हम लोग जो है हॉस्पिटल लेवल पे सुपरवाइजर या मेडिकल ऑफिसर को रखे हुए हैं कि जो भी अगर पहुंच रहे इलाज के लिए, चाहे प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल में या चाहे गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल में, उसके बारे में जानकारी को एकत्रित करें। घटना क्या सर? कारण अब रेलवे से पूछ के ही या जांच के बाद ही पता चल पाएगा।
Well, Trinamool Congress leader Sheikh Shahjahan, who'd been on the run for 55 days and the main accused in the Sandeshkhali violence, has been arrested within the party. The leader and his associates have been accused of sexual atrocities against women and land grabbing in the area of Sandeshkhali. Now, Sheikh Shahjahan was arrested a little after midnight in North 24 Parganas district on Thursday by a special Bengal police team. He had been on the run since the 5th of January. After the arrest, he was taken to the court. He will be produced in court this afternoon. The team had been monitoring the leader's activities for several days leading up to his arrest. Sandeshkhali in West Bengal's North 24 Parganas district has been witnessing widespread protest against the strongmen of the Trinamool Congress. This is as a section of women are seeking justice against alleged atrocities committed by the leader.
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की लगातार आंदोलन की वजह से ये सरकार बाध्य हुई शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए। पहले से तो ये सरकार डिनायल मोड में था, एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं कर रहा था कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ है। तो हमने पहले से ही बोला था, मैंने पहले से ही बोला था कि सरकार को बाध्य करेंगे, घुटने पे ले आएंगे कि शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए ये बाध्य हो जाएगी। आज हमारी आंदोलन की वजह से, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के आंदोलन की वजह से और संदेशखाली की माता बहनों की आंदोलन की वजह से सरकार बाध्य हुई है, ममता बनर्जी बाध्य हुई है शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए।
और संदेशखाली इशू में उत्तम सरदार शिबू हाजरा से लेकर शेख शाहजहां तक हमारा चीफ मिनिस्टर बहुत पहले कह चुकी है कि जो आम आदमी के खिलाफ कुछ करेगा उसको कोई रिहा नहीं किया जाएगा। और हमारा नेशनल जनरल सेक्रेटरी 3 दिन पहले ये कहा था कि अगर कोर्ट का स्टे ऑर्डर नहीं रहता तो शाहजहां को बहुत पहले अरेस्ट कर लिया होता। और उसके बाद नेक्स्ट डे जब कोर्ट स्टे ऑर्डर को रिमूव कर दिया, हमारा नेशनल जनरल सेक्रेटरी बोला था 7 दिन के अंदर शेख शाहजहां अरेस्ट हो जाएगा। अब देखिए 7 दिन नहीं, 3 से 4 दिन के अंदर शेख शाहजहां को अरेस्ट कर दिया गया। और ये पुलिस ने सबूत किया है कि ये कटिंग अक्रॉस द पार्टी लाइन ये इंडिपेंडेंटली और कॉम्पिटेंटली काम करता है।
Shahjahan has been arrested. We welcome the steps of state police. You see, our leader Banerjee earlier pointed out rather that due to some parts of order from Honorable High Court, State Police has been restrained from taking any action. And after Abhishek Banerjee pointed out the problem, the Honorable High Court, they removed the restrictions and police became free. We had full trust and faith upon our police and administration. We said that within a few days you can see the result. And today Shahjahan has been arrested.